Welcome everybody to our 13th installment of the 100% Wild, 100% Fair Chase series. And for those of you that have been watching our video titles for any length of time at all, probably realize that by design, Dream Season, Whitetail Madness, and 100% Wild Fair Chase are altogether different titles. And that is really intentional. Dream Season has always been kind of the humanitarian side, the family side of things. Whitetail Madness has always been that journal from January 1st through December 31st. Well, 100% Wild has always been the instructional side of things. We try to include all the tips and tactics that we can pile into a video title, and everything from access, food plotting, shed antlers, reconics pictures, all the elements that we use on a daily basis, each and every day, and kind of the information that we process to be able to harvest a mature whitetail goes into 100% Wild. Again, by design, we hope you learned something. Not only are we including all the successes, but we're also including all the failures. So sit back, relax, enjoy 100% Wild, 100% Fair Chase, Volume 13.
Second evening, first season shotgun. We got Terry and Yapper behind us. We've got Randy in the back. Ryan's filming. We're actually gonna take Randy. We think we're pretty confident if the deer are moving, we'll have a chance to shoot a mature animal tonight. So we'll see. It is warm. You know, you never know really with the weather what's gonna happen. I know one thing, we'll laugh. We'll enjoy the evening.
This is what you do. Get everything on your backpack I gave you. Get everything on. Get Yapper holds the gun, okay? Yapper holds the gun. I want you, starting right here, sprint. Okay. As fast as you can.
To that silo?
To that silo, okay? When you hit the silo, you're gonna bang up against it, okay? That door is gonna open up. Then you climb up and you peek your head out, and that's going to be where you're going to hunt the deer.
Wind good?
Yeah, it's going to blow you back. Hey.
This is day 2 of Illinois' firearm season, the first season. Let's see if we have any luck.
We're in the blind. We got biologic. We elected to come to this blind because we thought they'd come to green, so we'll see. The man himself is here. Ryan's here. We're hopefully gonna have a good evening.
Oh, wow. That's the one. That's a 10. That's that big 10. Yeah, Jim, that's a shooter for sure. 6-year-old. Jim, you gotta kill that deer. That's a monster. You gotta get your gun. Shoot that deer. How big is he, Rhino? He's every bit of 70s. He's over 5 years old, I guarantee that. He's huge, Jim. let you in, okay? Because I can't film that good out of this window. Don't move. Hang on. Are you ready? Hang on. Yeah, stop him. Hang on. You want him? Yeah. Matt! Hang on. He's getting out of my window. Don't shoot, don't jump, don't. No. Let me get behind you. Randy, get in that chair behind me. Kill him. Perfect. You hammered him. Good shot, Jim. That is a stud, buddy. He's down. He's down, baby. The Big Ten.
Yeah, this is awesome. You know, to come in the blind with your brother and, you know, not really have any expectations, just to come out and enjoy the night. And so it's ought to be fun. We'll get down. And it's awful hot up here. It's like a sauna right now. So
Let's go get him. Come on, Ryan.
well, let's go.
You have a knife?
No, because I got to put the tag on it.
You need a knife. Tell me you actually go hunting without a knife.
Why does my cameraman not have a knife?
We go through this ritual every year.
Let's see your light. Okay, this is the situation. I know he went down. He's a big 10 pointer, Big Ten. It's like in baseball when you get base hits or home runs, you know, it never gets old. I think sometimes the funnest part of all this is the track job, especially when you have 5 of the best guys around. So let's go have fun.
You know what? He's trying to soften us up because he doesn't have a knife. He wants somebody to gut it.
Look at these guys.
Holy buckets. Look at that. There's at least 3 years old.
Isn't he something?
Jim, that thing's beautiful.
It's been a special November, no doubt.
Well, yeah, just how many days ago did you get your bow deer? You just killed it, what, a week ago? Maybe?
Yeah.
Followed up with one with a firearms. It doesn't get much better.
It doesn't.
Kind of how we got our start back in the olden days. It was about sharing that hunting camp with a bunch of buddies, you know?
Yeah, you know, as life goes on, you'll never replace those moments.
No. It's a real privilege and honor for us to be a part of it. I can't thank you enough.
You know, to be honest, and I've said this, you can have a great farm, you can have a lot of land, and you can do it all, but if you don't have friends to share it with, I mean, really, what's it for? And
Absolutely.
That's what life's about.
Good to share the moment. Who gets to buy dinner tonight?
Me.
Wrong.
Me.
Wrong.
You always buy.
I enjoy it.
You always buy.
Well, good morning. Today is the opening day of Illinois' second gun season. We got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We hope to get it done today. Beautiful, crisp, cold morning with a full moon. So we chose a bedding area this morning for that reason.
We wanted to get into their bedroom before they get here. And once that moon hits the horizon, drops down, within an hour or so, you're gonna see deer skirting around in here. These bucks are out looking, believe it or not. Second rut sometimes can be better than the first. Got the TC 12-gauge slug barrel with the Winchester ammo, baby. And we're hoping to put the smack down on a big one today. Yeah, he does. He's looking. He's looking. Okay, Sarah. On the wrong side of the tree. If I was on that side, I might have been able to pop him. He's about 120 yards, shooting the TC 12-gauge with Winchester slugs. It's accurate out to 200. I've shot it at 200. That deer's about 120, 125 yards. Well, maybe we'll get a look at him a little later. Sun's coming up, moon's going down. It's kind of cool. That's the way you like it. Yeah. It's too bad that he couldn't have been a shooter. He's got several tines broke off, but he's definitely 3. We just need a more mature deer. It's kind of cool. Here they come. There's 2 or 3 other bucks that were in the bottom a while ago and crossed over. And as many does as we got running around in here. Maybe we'll suck one of them in. That's what I'm hoping, one of these does will drag one by. There's a buck right there. It's a pretty decent one. He's in all that thick stuff. I gotta wait till he clears it. You on him, Aaron? You on him?
No. Pine trees. It's pine trees.
You on him?
Yeah.
stuff. I gotta wait until he steps out. Here he comes. He is down. He's down. This took us a while. Hot diggity dogs. I had to wait until he cleared the brush. Wanted to make sure that I put a good second shot on him. I don't know if he's 4 or 5, but I do have a picture of him. I got a Reconyx camera right here. And Reconyx has seemed to be a really, really big advantage for me all year this year. Every buck I've killed, I've had pictures of. I've killed one in Iowa there that Mark had photos of. Killed one early with a bow that had pictures of, and then killed a gun deer that had photos of. And then this deer, we knew he was working this bottom, and it just so happened that that 3-year-old, the one with the broken tines, kind of pulled him up. So we're done here in Illinois. Opening day of their second gun season. And sometimes that second rut can be better than the first. You know, there aren't as many does available. Moon was going down as the sun was coming up. They give me a bunch of trouble about being a lunatic, and by golly, I am. We chose a bedding area because once that moon starts to get near that horizon and it's gonna set, these deer are gonna be up on their feet. Sure as could be. We saw some does moving through and these bucks were dogging them. It worked out pretty good. Great morning. Great morning, got Bennett with me. I'm pretty happy here this morning. Neat kill.
Would Mark be able to get up into the stand as well as you do?
No, you'd have to help Mark. There's the stand. Here's the Reconyx. In this lane, they just use this as a little runway. I know I got a picture or two of that buck. 274 pictures. You know, this may sound crazy, but this is the first time I've ever set foot on this particular piece, and it's only 60 acres. And I think that's a lot of the reason for our success is staying out of a piece. You know, if you do have a small parcel, you can affect it every time you go in there. Right here. That's a good deer, Aaron. Sweet. Yeah, he's mature. Even tagged, and he's old, just like me. He decided a lot better than we had expected. Man, he is a toad. Big, heavy buck, heavy horn. I would almost have to say this deer is 6.5 years old. I got a picture of him on that Reconyx camera. When I saw him earlier, I thought, man, that'd be the buck I'd like to kill. Look at that thing. He is a stud. You know, you rarely get to see what a slug does. There's what they do when they open up. And it's not came all the way through, but that's after going through one shoulder and into the second shoulder. I roll this pig over. God, he's a Well, there's the exit on the first one. There's the second one. Happiness is sitting behind an old brute like this one. This deer is fully mature. Aaron Bennett and I had an encounter with this particular deer 3 years ago, and we thought him a 4-year-old then, so I don't know if he's 6, 7, 8. This guy didn't like the fact that that 3-year-old was moving in on the ladies. So he kind of come out of this thick brush and worked his way up the hill. We got a shot at him and put a subsequent shot on him and finished him off. He was the gem on this particular farm, and I'm excited as excited can be, because normally I don't have great luck like this. This is something typically my little brother always does, sits behind these big old Brutus dogs. You know, we've had such great luck with Thompson Center. Got the 12-gauge slug gun, shooting an XP3 Winchester 3-inch, 300 grain, 2,000 foot per second slug. And when you hit one with that thing, they don't go just too terribly far. He fell off the hill here and piled up. But man, I just can't say enough. Just a big, big bulbous dog, big, heavy horn, and I'm tickled pink to be sitting behind this particular animal. And this is the best part of the whole day right here, getting that confirmation and number and getting on there, and he is legally tagged and in our possession right now. We're gonna see what that ram will do this morning, because I want to see if I can get right here.
Terry doesn't clean his truck very often.
Check entire surroundings.
I don't see anything but a dead deer and a TC.
Guts, glory, ram. I ain't that guy, but I'd like to be.
Well, the middle of November in Illinois means a couple of things. One, it means the rut has pretty much peaked and it's going to start to go down just a little bit. And two, it means Illinois shotgun season is here. And hey, like it or not, if you can't beat them, you might as well join them. This year, back in the spring, we're down at the NRA booth in St. Louis, Missouri. Well, during the course of the day, I got to talk to Joel, owner of Illinois Extreme Whitetails, and he's like, guys, just come on up, give us a chance, just give us a hunt, and I promise you'll be impressed. Well, we were game for anything because our lease is bow hunting only, and you know what? If he was going to offer the opportunity, we were going to jump on it. Okay, well, what I need to know is, do I need the orange hat tomorrow, or am I cameraman tomorrow? There's a couple farms in Adams and a couple farms in Brown. I got a Brown tag. Double J here's got an Adams County tag. So I'm hoping that he's gonna say, you know what, guys, you really, really need to get to that Brown County farm. And I'm gonna go, okay.
What are you looking at, boy?
What do you want, little Lucky?
I don't know.
Do you go to school?
On Monday.
And you don't know anything and you go to school.
What's going on in here?
We're just trying to figure out maybe what county we're gonna sit tomorrow morning.
And what's the wallet for?
Just double checking tags and stuff, you know. Can never be too safe. I had a couple Jacksons and a Hamilton tag.
Where are we going?
Feeling a little bit leaning this way. I don't know if there's any money on this side of the table.
Shoot. Well, opening morning showed up, and wouldn't you know it, we're in Adams County, so I'm the cameraman. Nonetheless, I already killed a gray buck, so I was excited for him, hoping he was going to get a good chance at a buck.
Opening morning is shotgun, and the goods and the bads have shown themselves. The good is when we're in a great spot. The bad is, so is another guy. We've got about 100 yards of shooting in front of us. And then we meet a property line. We planned on that, that was the intention. But there's a guy across this creek who's probably got 10 yards of shooting in front of him. And that is the dynamics of Illinois shotgun season is the pumpkin patchers are out. You know, everybody's hunting, they want their chance. It's a short gun season, it's 3 days. The way he's set up, his wind is not good for us, so make a move.
Well, that evening, guess what? We're not in Adams County anymore. We're in Brown County. Hey, tough luck, Kaliser. I'm up to bat. Well, it is still opening day of Illinois gun season, but the roles have been reversed. This morning we were in Adams. Kaliser had that tag. Didn't really work out, saw a few does, but just nothing. Had a neighbor kind of close to us. I mean, perfectly legal on his own thing, but didn't like the setup, so we got up and moved. We're gonna try a brand new property. Hoping our boy Lucky Dog's got us on something in Brown County. We get settled in plenty early. I mean, the afternoon sun is still way up there, and honestly, I'm kind of dozing on and off because I'm thinking there's no deer going to be moving at least for 2-3 more hours. And out of nowhere, here comes a screaming doe. Well, this was my lucky day because a long, long way away against the hedge line, I could see the doe and a huge buck right behind her. And I remember thinking at the time, oh Lord, all I want for Christmas is that deer.
That'll get your blood pumping. That is an absolute giant. He is right on our property line and he's got 2 does in front of him. We can't see him now because he's behind this cove, but oh man, I'm tempted to get down and do the old spot and stalk action. I don't know what to do. Dude, his tines are...
Well, easy come, easy go. They both disappear. I mean, never even getting within a rifle range of us. And just thought, hey, there's a good buck on this farm. Maybe we'll get back in here tomorrow. It's not 40 minutes later, and out pops a doe. And this time she's behind me, and this time she's in range. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, boy, what if that was the same doe that big buck was behind? A few more minutes go by, and there he is. Dear Lord, let's say that ain't true.
He jumped.
Dear, what?
He jumped.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, dear Lord, please say that went true. I got 3 words for you, people. Illinois extreme whitetails. We have hunted with so many outfitters in Illinois to make your head spin, from the biggest in Illinois to the smallest. These cats know what they're doing. That is a freaking giant. I mean a giant. Oh, I pray to the good man above that shot rang right. I thought I hit him good, but being it was going to be cold that night, I told Joel I would feel a lot better if we could just wait. So we went back to the lodge there at Illinois Extreme Whitetails, had a great meal, talked to all the guys, and they assured me, your shot was good, don't worry, don't worry. Well, we are back to the scene of the crime, and why he couldn't just come on that bean field, I don't know, but I guess that's why it's big and mature. Instead, he stood back here. He's probably 60 yards back in this thick brush. After he hit him, I mean, I know he took off, down in this ravine and tried to get up out of the next one. So that's where we're going to start our search. Fingers are crossed. Go see what we can find. Buddy. Got him? Who? Got him? Yeah. Right where I thought he was. He was right where I thought he was. But
Where at, man? Give me some white belly.
Come on. Right.
Oh, yeah. Woo! Oh, man. Mercy me. An absolute...
Illinois Extreme Whitetails. What have you folks done? Look at that. Oh, we have done this too many times and we've had no luck, guys. Oh, yeah. Hello, man. Well, here it is. It is November 17th, smack dab in the middle of Illinois gun season. And this year, for the first time in a long time, I have a smile on my face. Well, back in the spring, we were down at the NRA show and hooked up with a couple guys that were next to our booth and met Sean and met Joel. And, it's come on up. Well, we came up this summer, absolutely fell in love with the lodge because these type of creatures were all over the walls. Well, we didn't expect that by any means. But needless to say, I guess we should have, because last night we weren't in the tree 10 minutes and an absolute giant came down the hedgerow, probably 170-inch 10-pointer, but it's not. Maybe 25 minutes later, this old boy comes by. A huge shout out and thank you to these guys at Illinois Extreme Whitetails. Cannot wait to get back up here, and hopefully I can return the favor and have JJ kill one of these.
All right, here we are, August 25th. We're running about a week or two late from getting our seed in the ground. We've been actually waiting on some rain to moisten the soil and get to where we can actually work it up. It's such a drought condition, the ground's basically like concrete. We're gonna try to get in the ground today, some Maximum, some Clover Plus. Let's get to work. Time to be a gamekeeper. All right, I'm gonna touch this plot up. It's one we had last year. We had last bite in it and it worked out pretty good, but this year we're gonna kind of rotate it. And I'm gonna put Biologics prototype radishes in. I'm gonna try them in this little pocket right here. It's a pocket right before deer feed out in this cornfield. Corn didn't make this year, so we can't really rely on it for any kind of food source. I'm gonna hop on the tractor, till it up, and get the Biologic in the ground.
He's fatiguing on me. I'm gonna have to help him out here.
Well, 2012 season started like everybody else's season for us. It was rough. We had a drought, major drought conditions, and EHD did strike.
We suffered some of the little bit of the wrath, not too bad.
Iowa and Missouri, they got hit pretty hard. Where we were in southern Illinois, not near as hard.
This year's been a very tough year. The food sources for our deer just wasn't producing like they should.
And it's been unbelievably slow. 0 deer so far.
But right now, we'll go for whatever comes by. My son needs some jerky, he told me, so we're gonna get him some meat.
And not only were we struggling with getting our food source and keeping deer on them, we were struggling with the time restrictions we were having to hunt. Dad was busy with the county board.
My son was opening a new clinic. He had to spend all of his time doing that. It's the first time in about a week we've been able to get out. We've been working on Brick's new office. So.
With our window of opportunity to hunt with each other this year about yay big, we took advantage of every moment we could.
Went out early this morning. I did. only me. Somebody slept in. A toast to the town, toast to the fields, toast to the deer.
Finally getting settled in here. October 27th. Got the boss buck out in front of us, the flannel boss buck. The food plot looks a little rough, I admit, but it's biologic radish field and they're keeping it eaten down so far. It doesn't look like much at all, but trust me, it is a magnet right now.
Getting it. Not gonna sneak up on me, Johnny Rango here. Our bow season went kind of okay, but when it comes to shotgun season, we lay off of our bow farms.
When those guns go to blazing, we back out. We leave them alone. The farms that we normally go to gun hunt are pressured. Other people hunt them. They're not managed probably quite the way we'd manage them, but needless to say, there's some deer on these farms.
So we gambled a little bit and went to a little spot.
We got one tree, one stand, and it only works pretty much for one wind. And we got that wind, and we had that stand for that one day.
Spike over here, kind of gnarly, and here we got too many trees, too many bushes. This used to be one of our first hunting places right here. It's kind of quiet. Most generally it's got 15 four-wheelers on it.
I see him dead straight ahead. Right dead in front of your gun barrel, Dad. Don't move.
It's too thick.
See him? Don't move.
Where's he at? I can't get him.
Just don't move. He's gonna run here in a second. Try to kill him if you can. How could you not kill him?
Get him.
Yeah, there he goes. About $130 vape one.
I couldn't see him. It probably was our whole day right there. We had a buddy who'd been hunting over here and told us there was 2 sweet 8-pointers. And I just had one out there about 50 yards. But I couldn't get him in my sights. It's just too... It's thick in here and I just couldn't get him.
Well, Dad didn't pull the trigger.
I couldn't take a shot that was going to be wild and crazy.
But I was pretty upset knowing this is the first mature deer we've had in front of us, but he did the right thing. He didn't have a clear shot. He didn't have an ethical shot. So guess what? He didn't pull the trigger. And I applaud him for that. Maybe another one will come by. We had another deer coming at us. He's got super long main beams, pretty decent tines, and this one here was a bona fide shooter.
It was a nice looking deer, very nice looking deer.
Kill him when you can. Kill him when you can. Got him.
You got him?
When you guys shoot him whenever you can. Kill him.
Was that it?
just killed a freaking giant, dude. Oh my God, Dad. You know what?
What?
That is a gigantic temple, brother. Gigantic temple.
How did the hit look to you?
Hit him perfect. Right behind the shoulder, he stiffened up. He's done. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Dude, I freaked out. He was right here.
Well, I was on this side and I had to edge around. Either that. I was going to have a shoot between your legs.
Holy cow, brother, give that up right here. Holy cow, you just killed a freaking giant. That's a good 10-point, dude.
I didn't know which way is he going to go. Here, am I going to have to shoot right under and just stand?
Were you settled okay?
And I settled, huh?
Were you settled on him okay?
Yeah.
Hey, you stopped that deer, though, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. First time I ever stopped one.
Should have done it last year.
Yep. Let's go find the baby now. We waited. Actually, it's been an hour. He kicked right in there. Right there, baby. Little 20 gauge. Did the number. We hope. He better be up there. You know what I think it is?
Yeah, it is.
Wow, that's all right.
It's a good deer.
That's good deer. How about this? Let's get this thing on. Oh, yeah. Do-do-do-do-do. Look at this beautiful animal. This is our gift so far for this deer season. Oh man, we've had a stressful time trying to get Rick's office open. I think we only bow hunted 4 times. This is the second day of the firearm season in Illinois. We ran back here and bumped a TC, got the scope messed up. We haven't had time to even target it in. We grabbed Rick's youth gun and a box of Winchester slugs and came back to one of our honey holes here, which was pretty productive. I think we had a total of 3 shooters. One he had on film. I couldn't get my sights in on him, but this one snuck right in underneath us, and it's a wonderful time to be out in the woods today. We turned this stressful year of hunting into a fine year of hunting.
We're on a farm with probably 13 other guys that are hunting, and this deer walks past us. How lucky can you get?
To say my bow season started off slow would be an understatement.
We'll do anything to kill these big bucks. We'll do just about anything. Sweet November's finally here. Tom saw some deer in early September, but it's like somebody shut off the lights and they all went home.
But December 1st rolled around, Iowa's first shotgun season, and I had the trusty TC in hand. The first evening, Tommy and I climbed into a box blind overlooking some biologic maximum with a few beans in it. We didn't even have a chance to open up the windows before 2 big 4-year-olds walked into the field. It was still early, so we decided to give those deer a pass. Not too much after that, this big mid-40s 5-year-old steps out. Boy, now, when you consider my bow season, it was like, man, that is a good deer.
That's a 5.5-year-old deer, and we decided to let the deer decide whether he was going to live or die today. If he walked right by us to these beans, I was going to shoot him, but he walked down into the timber, so that was probably a good decision on his part. It's December 2nd, second day of the Iowa gun season, and doesn't feel like December. It is warm, but it was warm yesterday on the first day, and we saw a couple good bucks, mature bucks. Thought about even taking one, but decided not to, and we came in here this morning. We're after a buck called Phelps. He's tons of reconics pictures of him around water. Matter of fact, his watering hole, his favorite watering hole's right through those trees there, so we're hoping he shows up this morning. Super foggy. Got the TC muzzle loader. Probably can only shoot 75 yards with the fog, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, second day. I can't see him yet.
Oh, Tom, look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Oh.
Look at that, pal. Here, I was worried about it.
He's way bigger than I thought he was.
Oh, buddy.
Why are you panting?
Because Phelps is like me, he needed to go on a diet.
Well, here he is, the deer we called Phelps, a deer that always seemed to show up at the water holes. You know, last night was funny. Tom and I were talking about not shooting that 5-year-old last night. And he goes, you won't regret that if you see Phelps tomorrow, and that's who we're going after. And here he is, and yeah, he's right. I don't regret that now, so. And this is just the icing on the cake. The hunting with Tom was what makes it special, but when you bring a deer like this home, it's icing and sprinkles on the cake. Maybe a cherry too.
Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you, pal.
...2012 was a great year on my Iowa farm. We killed several nice bucks. When the late muzzleloader season came, I still had a tag in my pocket. There were still several bucks on the hit list on my farm. There was one in particular buck I called Soldier because his tine stood straight up at attention. He was one of the oldest bucks on my farm. I had one encounter with Soldier in 2011.
That's an old warrior buck we call Soldier.
And then I found his sheds in spring of 2012. Look right there, my friend. Big 8-point we call Soldier. And then I had one encounter this fall. Well, my hunting time was running out, but I was headed to one of my favorite stands on the entire farm, and I thought there was a good chance Soldier might make an appearance.
Well, it's December 18th, and this is the last night we may have to hunt because we got a big storm coming in tomorrow. It's supposed to rain and ice, and it's going to be terrible. So we got the TC, and we're going to one of my favorite spots called the Memorial Field. It's been a heck of a producer on this farm, so it's only the second time we've hunted this box blind this year, so it should be great. Two small bucks, no shooter. That's a 5-year-old buck. I probably should shoot. He's what I call a coal buck. And if I still have a bow tag or a gun tag late season, I will kill him. But he is a bully buck and keeps everything else off of this plot. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a bigger buck come in. He'll push that deer off, so we'll only have a short time to kill him. So we'll see. Well, there's quite a few deer coming in. This wind's supposed to slow it. There's Soldier right there. He's coming in the back. He's coming in the back. He's behind that group of 4 trees. Can you zoom in on him? He's right over that little cedar tree coming in. He's right to the left of that little cedar tree. You watch him, watch everybody. Watch him, watch everybody. What's he doing? That 7-year-old warrior is down. Boy, what a beautiful buck. We've had a great season because the deer we've taken this year have all been really old. I harvested at least a 6-year-old Canada buck earlier this year. That's a 7-year-old. Clem killed a buck we call Phelps, and we think he was at least 7 or 8. My buddy Scott killed a 6-year-old pumpkinhead. My daughter killed a 4-year-old, but first buck ever, just a giant. We've just had a phenomenal year.
TC did his job, baby. Let's go get him.
He doesn't have the biggest rack in the world, but I tell you what, I think he's my oldest buck I've ever killed. I've had this buck on my farm, of course, for 7 years, but I've gotten his pictures the last 4 years. I've been paying attention. He's always been this buck. His antlers always kind of stood straight up, and hence that's why I call him Soldier. I got last year's sheds, both sides, and the year before I got one side, and the year before that I got one side. He just wasn't growing even at 7 years old. He wasn't getting any trash or anything, and we wanted to be able to take this deer this year by somebody, and I'm glad to do it with my TC. Put him right down in the food plot, no tracking. Wow, what a beautiful deer.
Well, if you're a fan of these jury videos, you know my dad, John Lurk. Every other year, he gets a tag, he comes to Iowa with me to hunt my farm. And you want to know something? This season, it almost didn't happen. You rewind 18 months. Dad's at a routine checkup with Dr. Haskell. He's got a stethoscope on him, and he hears something he hadn't heard before, a heart murmur. As healthcare goes, we go by 5-6 months. He sees a cardiologist, he consults with Dr. Haskell. Almost worst case scenario. He's got to go under the knife, major procedure, aortic valve replacement. He's my dad. He's a construction worker. He's as tough as nails. He's a guy's guy. It is very tough, hard to record, seeing him this vulnerable.
Love you, Dad. I'll be here, okay?
As far as hospital procedures go, open heart surgery is at the top of the list as far as major, potential of risk, big difficulties in recovery. It takes a long time. So the underlying theme all along is, this procedure happened in December. The following December, he's got a whole year to recover and recover fully because he's got that Iowa tag in his pocket, and we're gonna try to put him on a really good deer. I've had the good fortune of, in the last 6 years, filming Dad kill a good deer every other year. This year, it's Justin's turn. He's coming along for the ride, but not just the ride. He's gonna be manning the camera.
Hey, it's December the 8th. We're at opening day of the second muzzleloader season here in Iowa. Papa Lurk behind the TC, Jay Lurk behind the camera, wide open bean fields, dropping temperature, front coming through this evening and tomorrow. Big year for this man, turned 60, recovering from open heart surgery. So it's December the 8th, hoping to end the year with a bang. What do you think about it?
That's what I was gonna say.
Dang it. I took the words right out of his mouth. The good news is, I got plenty of snacks to hold us up. Alright, it's 12/12/12, December 12th of 2012. Maybe that'll be a good luck charm, special day, so let's make it special, right? Nice work. He's dead. What do you think about that, mister? Tired of waiting. Yeah, you gotta tell me when you're shooting. I told you I'm going. No, you didn't say anything. Holy moly. He is down. Yes, he is. Didn't leave the field.
Okay, we're gonna do a track job now, but I don't think it's very far. I think he's right on the edge of the woods. So,
all right, let's go get him.
Give it a shot. See what I see?
What you see, mister?
Big buck down.
All right. Congratulations, Dad.
Big old Iowa giant.
Big, we could say Iowa giant on this one.
Here it is, December 12th, 2012. We're up here in the second gun season up here in Iowa. I was able to harvest this nice, mature 5-year-old buck, and appreciate Jared for all the work he done to make sure there was a deer here for me to kill.
We got great pictures of this deer at 4 years old. Got good pictures of him this year at 5. Knew exactly where he was, waiting for the right wind. Dove in, and Dad mentioned 12, 12, 12. Lucky 12s. I would call it quadruple 12s because we got a mainframe 9 with 3 stickers. Good 12-pointer, pretty cool. You can see these stickers off his G2s, which is how he got his nickname, Pegs. And I tell you what, Dad sure pegged him last night. Double long broadside, didn't run but 40 yards, so it was pretty cool to be in the blind with my dad, harvesting his second largest deer. Heck of a shot, very cool hunt.
Back in June 2012, I was contacted by Jared Mayberry with Drop Tine Leases. He was looking for a team of Iowa hunters to help him promote this 840-acre piece of ground in southern Iowa. Well, being that Bill and I hunt a lot of small tracts up in northeastern Iowa, we jumped at the chance to go to big buck country in southern Iowa and help Jared put together a couple of quality hunts on this piece of ground. Well, we met up with Jared several times during the summer, hanging tree stands, hanging cameras, and putting in food plots. Well, unfortunately, with the drought we had this summer, the food plots didn't grow, but Bill and I are looking forward to getting back down there this spring, putting some food plots in and see if we can't make it work for 2013. Well, I stayed in contact with Jared throughout the fall. He knew I was done early and was chomping at the bit to get back in the tree stand. So he sent me an invitation to come on down to Missouri and hunt one of his personal leases for late muzzleloader in the Missouri season. Well, it's December 15th. Iowa's late muzzleloader season is 2 days away, but this weekend I'm doing something different. Jared's been teasing me. He's got pictures of a monster 9-pointer that we're probably going to wait till tomorrow night for conditions to be perfect to go in after him. But this buck has got split brow. He's been on his feet every day during daylight. He's got him on camera every single day for the last 10 days on this food plot. Stay tuned. I should be there sometime around noon, and we're going to get in the blind right away and see what happens. So excited, excited. There's the man right there. He'll show me the way to the house. We'll get things put together and jump in, huh?
Sounds good.
All right. All right, talk to me. What's going on?
All right, we got a couple farms we're going to be bouncing back and forth. We're going to hunt one farm tonight, check the cards, and we've got a really pretty 9-point that we've kind of targeted for tomorrow. So if it doesn't work out tonight, we're going to jump in the box on the other farm tomorrow and give that deer a shot. He's been really visible, so hopefully we'll see him. Hopefully we'll kill one tonight, you never know.
Well, we had good movement that first night, just not quite what we were looking for. The afternoon of the 16th, we took our time and snuck into the food plot into a box blind where the Forky 9 had been feeding.
Well, as you can see, we are in. It is exactly 12 o'clock noon. We're expecting this big giant to come through this CRP or out of one of these trails that's coming off this ridge above us. So we're gonna sit tight for the next 5 hours. And hopefully this big shooter, there's another one, but we're probably gonna hold off for the big Forky 9.
Then around 4:15, just like clockwork, there he was.
135 right now. Could you tell? He was stumbling. The smoke, I can't tell for sure where it put him, where it hit him. It felt good. And he got up on top and he was kind of doing this, so. What a stud. Thank you, man. North Central Missouri. Jared Mayberry, Drop Tine Leases, invited me to come down and shoot that deer. This buck is a 4.5-year-old, big, wide, big, giant deer. I cannot wait to get my hands on that deer. What an awesome buck. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I think I smoked it right through the shoulder. I think I hit the off shoulder. When he took off, it looked like he was stumbling on top of the hill, but we're losing light. The last thing we want to do is get out there and bump him. So we're gonna take the camera back, spend tomorrow morning, come back in and look for him. If he's dead, he's dead. If he's not, he won't be there. So we're back up. We'll sneak out of here quietly, come back in the morning. Before we start, Jared's gonna show you this. He showed the food plot. It just proof positive what this stuff can do in the late season. He's got about 3 acres of maximum and winter bulbs and sugar beets here, and it's just unbelievable. It's better than anything I've got in Iowa. I mean, there's bulbs on every plant, so we got a job to do now. We'll get on this blood trail. It's a good sign to see it. Usually muzzle loaders, sometimes they don't bleed a lot, so we got blood. There he is, Jared. He is dead. He is dead. Give me somebody. Thank you very much. I can't. Let's go get her. Jared, get in here with me on this one. Jared Mayberry invited me down to hunt his Missouri farm. Knew this buck was in the area and knew he was coming into this food plot daily. Invited me to come down and shoot this buck, and I couldn't be more thankful. I really appreciate you.
I appreciate you. It's a beautiful deer. Between the EHD and Missouri's gun season, we were a little skeptical of what we were going to have left, so when we started getting pictures of him on the biologic, it was definitely a plus, and boy did we ever.
If there ever was a sure thing,
he was it.
He definitely was.
This year we had a two-part plan as it pertains to Gary LeVox and his gun hunt. He was coming up for the Missouri rifle season. We'll see if we can put a giant in front of Brother Gary.
How are you, man? Good to see you. Well, we're back. Couldn't wait. It's 20 degrees this morning. It's awesome. And this is our annual rifle hunt. Me and Marcus always do. And it's cold, frosty. Left last night, saw the weather. Told Mark scoot on over, because we're coming in. We're bringing some bacon in. Scoot over, Sizzling. Now there's something meatier.
One thing about having Mr. LeVox in camp, you know it's going to be a riot. This guy is a barrel of laughs and a lot of fun.
That's why we hunt.
And on top of that, he's not a bad singer either.
I came up out of the timber, raised my hands up with a 10-point. I gave it all to Mark that day. Felt the southeast wind kiss my face. I pulled the trigger on November 13th. I got off track, I made mistakes. Everybody. Way into that place where souls get lost and lines get crossed, and the pain won't go away. I hit my knees, now here I stand. There I was, now here I am.
If only we could sing like that.
Gary's coming in for the rifle hunt, but he's going to be just a little bit picky. He's looking for one particular deer. We were both looking for the same deer. Whether we could find him or not, well, that's yet to be determined.
Stick around, it's on like Donkey Kong.
It's on.
Gary's heading out. He's going into one of my favorite spots. It's a timbered spot. You get into that timber during the middle part of November and you just never know what's going to happen.
Wow. We've had deer moving from the second, we climbed up in this stand. This is where they come to kind of stage here before they go out to the corn and radishes. Had some good 3-year-olds, and we saw one really good shooter over there, but it just got a glimpse of it.
No luck there. Maybe we'll try a bean field.
Finally got some deer moving in the field. So we got about an hour left of daylight.
No luck there either. Maybe the luck is going to happen at one of those beautiful biologic plots. So the mid-November strategy comes and goes, and we don't find the deer we're looking for. It's going to be about a month. Gary's going to get on that bus. He's going to head back north, only this time we're going to be hunting the great state of Iowa. He's got that Iowa late season muzzleloader prize ticket in his pocket. He's coming back. Well, we're going to pick up where we left off. Rifle season was here, and Gary was in hunting with us then. And we didn't get it done. We knew that we had the late muzzleloader portion of the firearm season here in Missouri. Plus, he drew a Iowa late muzzleloader tag, so hopefully we can get that gun buck on the ground for him. He just pulled in, so I thought we'd say hello. There is one particular deer that I would love to see Gary kill. Well, actually, one or two particular deer. And I've got great pictures of both of them. It's one deer that I call Critical Mass, and the other one that I call the Great 8. He's gonna go in. We got cloudy weather. We don't know if the deer are gonna move, but the first night in is generally good luck for Gary. He has had some amazing luck the first night of his trips up here.
Out here hunting late Iowa muzzleloader season. It's 3 o'clock. Life is good. We're sitting on the standing bean field. You know, this time of the year, you know, hunting late season food plots is just as good as, if not better than hunting the rut. So, got the Thompson Center ready to rock. It's day one. So, it should be a good evening.
I've seen some good buck movement in and around this particular field, and I had a bad issue with water hemp this summer over on the southwest corner of the field. And when you know Brandon and Gary go out, and where's the buck show up? But right in the midst of all that water hemp, I mean, you can barely see the deer.
That's definitely that one he told us we wouldn't hesitate to shoot. Yeah. That's a big 8-pointer. Yeah, we'll kill him. Sure felt good. Oh, the giant 8-point. Oh, he just appeared out of nowhere. These beans are tall. What an absolute awesome hunt. Oh, December 17th.
season muzzleloader, Iowa. Mark Drury, thank you. Thank you, my friend. And thank you, Lord, for giving me this opportunity and for showing me favor.
Leave it to a big mature buck to throw your curveball just when you think you got everything lined out. What does Bingo was his name mean?
We ran across a few of the bucks that we looked at pictures of, and that real big 8 that you said we would freak out if we saw.
Yeah, did he come out?
He ate a Thompson Center, buddy.
Oh, baby, that's what I'm talking about. He's huge, ain't he?
His rack is huge. I mean, buddy, he is a giant 8-point.
Brother Terry's here.
Oh, is he?
Congrats, Gary. I'm doing good. That's awesome. You killed your monster.
Yeah, he is such a stud, man.
Can you see the hit? Does it look good?
It was smoky. You know, you could hear the bullet hit.
We got blood.
So we just backed on out and went to call you guys.
All right. Well, hopefully he didn't go too far. All right. Not much blood. We're going back in the next morning. We're going to try and track Gary's deer. We're heading out to look for Gary's deer. We turn on the radio.
Yeah.
It's Rascal Flowers.
Good omen.
Hopefully we've got the right eyeballs in place. Jeff's coming over, Matthew's coming over, myself, Brandon. We're going to see if we can find this beautiful 8-point buck.
You ready, bud?
Yeah. Let's go
Absolutely.
find him. Yeah, let's do it. He's down. Let's go get him.
Let's do it.
See how thick it is up here?
Boys. You kidding me? The good Lord blessed me with a late Iowa muzzleloader tag.
Indeed. It is the late muzzleloader season, and you know, Gary came in and rifle hunted with us during the Missouri rifle season, and we had a good time, and you saw some nice deer, and we just didn't end up shooting anything, so we said, you know what, let's reconvene Iowa late muzzleloader, and first night in, close the deal, brother.
That's it. You showed trail pictures of that, and you said, if that 8 comes out in the field, your mouth will drop. And when Brandon saw him, he went, came out, shot him at 130 yards.
130. Quarter and 2, a little more than you anticipated, but you made a good hit. The bullet did not exit, and not unlike a lot of muzzleloader hit deer, there was not a lot of blood.
That's right.
Looked for blood last night, not much. This morning, Jeff came over, Matthew came over, Brandon, myself. We said, we're going to spread out and find him, and here he is, just a big old Iowa 8-point, and I'm so happy for you. Thanks, Gary. Thanks for everything you do for hunting, man.
Oh, you kidding me?
You sure represent us well, Doug.
Yeah, that's just who I am.
Yes,
you
sir.
know, music's what we do, and this is who we are.
You know, everybody knows we are literally game monitoring nuts. Somebody asked me once exactly how many pictures do you look at? I don't think I really want to know that number, but if I had to guess, I would say it's probably well over 500,000 pictures a year. And I know of a few big bucks that I'd like to target. Wade's up to bat during the second Iowa gun season. All right, it's 20 after 2. Here we are in the middle part of December. It's gun season in Iowa. And you've heard us talk so often throughout the year about the first south following several norths. Well, we've been under a northwest wind the last 3 nights, and now all of a sudden we've got a blustery south wind. The high yesterday was in the 20s, today it's 44. You warm up, you think, well, they may not move very well today. I think that's almost contrary to popular belief. That first warm day with those heavy, heavy south winds, I think it's even more important in the later part of the season than it is during the early part of the season. I suspect the movement's going to be really good. We're looking for a couple different bucks, one in particular, a big 8. If he steps out tonight, Wade's going to give him a shot. He's on Wade's hit list. He wants him bad, and we'll see if we can't find that big 8 tonight for Wade to put his tag around.
Right now, if you notice the camera shaking, it's because Wade is so nervous. We gotta see how he handles a rifle. I'm gonna be filming him, and he's going after this gigantic 8 that lives right here if he comes out.
think I could hit it in this field goal. 150 yards is the farthest shot, so I think we should be able to get it done tonight.
I'll bet you dinner you don't hit it.
All right, you're on.
You know, the light is starting to fade, and then just about dark, Wade looks up at the north fence line and he was like, man, there's a big buck up there.
A big buck. How big? Big 8, I think. Or he might be a 9, I can't tell. He's a 9. Let me see if I can find out his weight.
I don't know this deer. I've never seen him. I don't recognize him from the pictures. He's definitely mature and he's a monster.
Okay. The does that he's with are walking this way. Is he moving her all the way? No, he's just standing there looking back to the east. Exciting. He's with 2 does, and one of them's already down in the beans. Hopefully he pops them.
Light begins to fade, and that deer just stands there, and he looks, and he looks, and he looks, and he won't come in. I was like, you know what? There's a camera not far from there that I want to sneak in and check. I checked the camera, and it's picture after picture of this buck that I don't recognize. I mean, surprise, surprise, what a blessing. This big, beautiful 5.5-year-old buck. He's definitely going to be our target animal because he's a giant. We're going back in the next night. Wade's still up to bat. Tonight, we're going to hunt the same place we hunted last night. See if that big 9 that showed up just at the last bit of filming light will show up just a little bit earlier. Wade and I have a bet as to whether he can hit this big deer because this would be his biggest deer with a gun ever. I'm just really worried that he's going to be shaking and the blind's going to be shaking in the wind. I don't know whether he's going to hit this deer or not.
Can't take the chance of hitting the limb and missing him. Supper will be on me tonight.
What I want to know is, Wade, when you set this blind up and you were planning on me hunting here, why were those trees left? Now that you know that you're shooting tonight, you went out and cut them.
Oh, I don't know. Wasn't thinking, I guess.
It's all about you. It's all.
It's 4 o'clock and the deer are piling out. So hopefully the big 9 will walk up.
We sit there, we see some nice bucks, but we don't see the big wide 9. He doesn't show. All right, we continue to hunt that particular buck. Second gun season comes and goes. It switches over to the late muzzleloader season. I've got a tag. I put some more cameras out. I start getting a few more pictures of this particular buck, and my confidence is starting to get higher. We're hoping that we can get in there on the right weather system and catch just a glimpse during daylight of this beautiful Iowa 9-point. Tonight ought to be a night to remember. Headed back into high pressure, 30.2, 30.25 today, and it's 17, so look out. We're gonna go in after a buck that is 5.5 years old. He's really wide. He's a big 9-pointer. I think the deer will score 160. He's a beautiful deer. We'll see if he shows up tonight. We saw him late when Wade was hunting during the second season, and we just didn't have enough light to kill him, so maybe this high pressure, he'll move a little bit earlier.
We've already got 3 deer out on the field, and it's early, 2:45. They've been out about 10 minutes already, so they started moving early. Hopefully, we'll see Mr. Big. We'll see if he shows back up tonight. We hope. They're moving well enough. We should see something good before this night's over with. There's another buck coming. That is the 10th buck we've seen coming into these soybeans. Just can't beat a standing bean field late in the season with the drought. There aren't many that made. Very nice buck. We are hopefully going to see that big wide 9-point. If we don't, we'll try again. That's our boy.
It's in. He's behind a tree and faces us right now. We'll see if he gets in close and gives us a good shot. That buck came out and has literally just stood there facing us the entire night. We've had bucks walking past him, and the other buck's out in the field, and he won't come any closer. We've had does walk past him, and it just goes to show he's really, really putting the food back into his system. We're hoping he fills up and walks a little bit, just to come a little closer. Or give us a broadside.
Ready? Ready?
Yep.
Matt? Matt? Ready?
Yep.
Hold on, here we go. What a big old 9 point. What a giant Iowa 9. That's the buck we came in here for, and he finally walked across the field, went to that other 5.5-year-old, and gave us the shot we were looking for. It looked like it smoked him. Okay, good. Yeah, it's a great smoke always just, you never know what happened, but it felt good. I heard it, pow, I heard it hit him, so I think we just did it. A beautiful deer, beautiful Iowa deer. Good night. Look at this blood trail. Oh, every bound, look at the blood. Hard as it may be to believe, the bullet looks like it just smoked this deer. Blood everywhere on the snow. We gave him 30 minutes or so. We tracked down here, found a bed, and he's not in it. We came to that first bed and stopped, and we looked at the hit again and again. We're like, man, he's double lung. Let's just wait, give him an hour or so. We've done that. We're back on blood. We're probably, I'll bet we're 500 or 600 yards from where I shot that deer, but obviously we nudged him out of that first bed, so we're back on good blood now. He's dead right there. Well, we scooped him out of that deep hole, and we learned something tonight. Looked like a double lung shot, fairly certain it is. We tracked immediately, jumped the deer. He ended up going about a half mile, but we gave him a couple hours, finally went in there and found the deer. He had just expired as well. Happy to find this big dog. You know, we dealt with the worst drought I can remember up here this year. Had a lot of EHD, and consequently, our food plots that we're accustomed to hunting during the latter part of the season didn't make that well. So we've only got 3 or 4 fields. But consequently, those 3 or 4 fields are just stacked full of deer. It's not ideal because you put a little more social stress on the herd than you normally would, but it makes for some incredible hunting. We're seeing so many different bucks and so many deer. We tried to get this deer for weight, it didn't work. We kept hunting him, kept checking the cameras, and finally he started showing up daylight. He came in tonight and put on a show, finally got a shot at 100 yards and was able to take the deer. What a great way to end the Iowa season. What a great way to end the Iowa late season. I've said it so many times, I'll say it again. Luckiest guy in the world. Terry and I are so blessed to get to do what we do, and we appreciate the fact that you allow us to do it.
Thanks for watching this DVD. As I always say, it was created for you.